let's get back to the vault and finish building the hydroponics, engineering, and yeah, let's fix the light situation. And we're back. And have you ever noticed how we don't seem to have music in the vault? Have you ever noticed? It's a little weird, isn't it? We need a radio station in the vault. And we need to put speakers up. I mean, we need more music, don't we? We need music playing out there. Okay, I'm going to stop doing that. That's... Right, anyway, I have been placing lights at various places so that I can test some tweaks. I mean, this room... Look at the deep shadows. I've got a lot of lights in here. I have 2 lights on the walls and 4 lights on the ceiling. I ended up using these lights in here because they're actually some of the softest and placed them badly. I'm going to place them better later on. I mean, it's just, you know, one light in the center. Thing is, I don't like these lights either. They're supposed to be, I think they're supposed to be hanging fluorescent lights. Or are they supposed to be fluorescent lights that touch the ceiling? Because if they're hanging, okay, but I don't see any wires. If they're supposed to be touching the ceiling, they never ever do. Which is really annoying. As you can see though, we would need a lot of lights to brighten up a single room. I mean, a hell of a lot of lights actually. And I think it would look kind of ugly as well. So we're going... I mean, look at this. It just looks so... I've placed different lights in different rooms. I'm just trying to do some testing. It just looks like there's a lot of spotlights everywhere, which I find really annoying.
Hi, how are you?
I mean, this room looks almost bright, and it's got 3 fluorescent lights in, and still this corner's horribly dark, and it's just... So I'm going to do some tweaking of the lights until I find a good tweak for them. We're going to take our electrical tools out and run around fiddling with the lights. Kind of.
I'm writing a new song.
We now have better vault lights. As you can see, this room is actually completely lit up, which is pretty nice. This was going to be my bathroom. Same for here. The kitchen is now well lit, which seems reasonable. I mean, it's a fluorescent light for crying out loud. This is a normal light. I haven't tweaked any of the normal lights, as in the ones that are specifically for the vaults. I've tweaked. The ones that are not, I haven't. I may tweak those too, because they really don't seem to give off impressive amounts of light. I mean, look at this. This is a well-lit workshop. You can actually see the clear difference between... This, as far as I know, these lights have not been changed. This needs a proper vault light. Yes, it does. I can clearly see the difference now between the dark corridors and... Look at this. This has got 3 different lights. See, those kind of work in a weird sort of way, don't they? Embedded... I need to center the lights better. The wall lights a little better, I guess. Look at that area. That is... probably too well lit for what I've got in mind, actually. I'm thinking I want some sense of ambience.
Please, overseer, we could really use something to eat.
I'm going to fix the hydroponics, but it's kind of annoying because I've got regular shipments of food coming in. You're not actually dying of hunger. You can see that. If you didn't have enough food to eat, it would actually have red around the food. That's how this works. I am getting close to the limit. I have to fix that as well. I'm not happy about that light, though. I mean, look at this. I mean, I won't be using those in this sort of an area anyway.
Huh?
Okay, I don't think I've changed any of...
Here, or is it just me? You know, I think it is. Someone needs to check the seals on that vault door.
What's wrong with the vault door? What is wrong with the vault door? Don't be complaining about the vault door. The vault door... I had issues when I came back. I actually had real issues with the vault door. Could not open it. Believe it or not. Had to get kind of creative to open it again. I may never close it again. But that could be what they're complaining about. I am going to put some turrets back here. Actually, you know what? Seeing as nobody's actually staying here now, I will put the turrets back. It was, actually, no, you know what? I want a shotgun turret. And a... Ooh, you know what? Spotlight's probably a good idea, you know. Just, actually, now that I come to think about it, the spotlight should probably be right there, shouldn't it? Because... Let's place this spotlight. See, we're still doing lighting, technically. I was unable to build anything down there so that I could put... I wanted these things to be quite close to the door itself. Okay, let's put the shotgun turret right there. Actually, see, what I wanted was the shotgun turret to be here, but it won't have it. I can place them down there, but I can't. I need ledges of some sort, but it won't let me do it. Whenever I try to place anything, maybe there's some of the horrible wooden prefabs. I mean, I don't think these would look in place, but would they fit? The answer is no. What about floor pieces? Could they snap? If I did concrete floor pieces, we've got these small ones that they don't snap anyway. You see, they don't go anywhere except down there. So I would have to build... I'd probably have to build some kind of... I could probably... Oh God, excuse me. I could probably do something like that, couldn't I? If I placed... Let's have a... I tried something like so. And then... Voila. I don't actually need the cross piece. I just wanted that for support. If I did something along those lines... Oh, you know what's going to happen is it's not going to let me place the floor now because that thing. Let's... Okay, took a little bit of wrangling to get it up there. Can I can place that there. The big question is, can I close the vault door? I think it's got the clearance. But it looks kind of close, doesn't it? It looks really kind of on the limit. looks a little... Okay, let's just... Gonna risk it. I'm gonna try closing the door again. I get locked inside. Mind you, we've got other entrances, but still. Okay. Okay, let's pay close attention. I think it rolled over it. I think it rolled over the turret. Not the platform. I was concentrating on the platform, but I think it clipped the turret. I might have to get a bit... Oh, I think I know how I can do that. I think I know how I can do that. I think. I got an idea. I move it back a little bit. Yes, indeed. I really hate the way it doesn't let me control it. Oh, that's... See, as soon as I take my finger off the place... Right, if I put the place key, I can roll it up and down now, right? But, as soon as I take my finger off the place key, it's... Let's say, there. It jumps back up, so I can't press the place key. Okay. Can I snap you into... That's kind of where I want... Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. where I wanted you. That's where I wanted you. I want to see if I can... I don't think that's going to fit. I really don't. Nope, that's not going to fit. Right, no, if I need to put the second piece up to get it to snap, that's right. So... Don't fall off. Can I get you to snap? No, I can probably... Oh, that's a point. I could have a really tall... That's probably not going to look quite right, is it? But I could probably... Will you snap into place, or are you going to refuse to... No, you will. Right, this is how I place the floor pieces, you see. And then of course I just remove those, and then I would have to do some finagling. That just looks too tall to actually have any effect, doesn't it? Damn it. Simple solution: move it away from the door. Didn't think of that. Got so focused on placing it right next to the door that it never occurred to me that I didn't really need it quite that close. Let's get back on. Oh, get back on there. And place the turret. Shotgun turret. There we have it. Right, so I've now got a shotgun turret right next to the wall. The door, excuse me. And of course I'm going to need... Oh, what do you bet this is where it says you can't have a... Oh, no. Come on. Really? So where can I place this to get power from? Not even here. Oh, come on. No. Oh. I can, of course, build a generator down here, but this one looks too tall. It's going to clip with the mechanism. And honestly, the idea of having a, you know, fossil fuel powered generator in an enclosed space like this seems a little, well, ill-advised. I mean, I could put one of these generators here, or, and the other option is, it's an ugly one, I can, where can I connect wires to? Let's see, where is the, these can only be placed on vault pieces that I've placed by the looks of things. I can, of course, take a wire directly from this and have wires traversing the entire... If I was going to do that, I think I'd want firing target toggle. I think I'd want to use the conduits, but I'm not even totally sure these conduits will they probably will. No, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to have powered things out here, I am going to place a generator, but the question is where. I don't think I can have... I mean, look at the size of that. That's going to clip the mechanism, probably. So, you know what? I'm not going to spend that much time thinking about it. I'm going to replace it with normal turrets. Of course, that means no spotlight, which is a shame. Okay, so I've got one heavy machine gun turret there and one here. Anything coming through that vault door is going to be hit from both sides. I'm probably going to have some guard outposts here as well eventually. Actually, you know what? I say eventually. I could just place those now. Get an idea. These. So, you know, if for some reason we do get attacked, we have got a place, or maybe even two actually. Do they lock together? They don't. Maybe something like this. The big question is that going to be... I mean, it makes the entrance look a little grim, I guess. But it does give defenders... Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to move that slightly this way. See, this way the security guys can run out of the office and run into position here. Although you could argue it needs to be closer, actually. So they run out of the office and have got immediate cover. And then, actually, by this sort of logic, what I really need is this one to be something like here. Because this is going to be, if people run out here, they want cover on this side, right? For some odd reason, I want it matching the other one for... I know that's absolutely stupid, isn't it? It's fortifications, not placing decorations. And then I still want it across a little so that... So that sort of like they can kind of use the wall for cover as well, but, you know, this is it. That's not too bad, defense-wise. And it doesn't look too... We're going to have a security desk as well, possibly right outside here, actually, ready for greeters. But I thought I'd put a proper security desk. We've got a security terminal in here, but I mean an actual security desk where I can assign a security person right here. And then we've essentially got a, you know, this is the main vault door security wing. By the way, I'm not going to end up with lots of people manning these posts, actually. We're going to have security posts, but unless I somehow attract 60 or 70 vault dwellers, I'm not going to have enough people to assign to them anyway. It's more for my own feeling of this is how it should be. It's not about what is necessarily useful. So let's open the door again and just double check I'm not clipping anything. Okay, I think I got a face full of steam there. I think I did. Right. I'm stuck. Oh god, of course. I'll worry about that in a second. Okay, so let's just check this. We've got clearance. Oh no, we don't. Look. I may have to move this turret back one space, which I could do. That's not the end of the world. Okay, let's have a look. Oh no, it's not. It rolls over those. It rolls over the thing. We've got plenty of clearance. And plenty of clearance there. And if for some reason you manage to get through the vault door, actually pretty much as you're running here. The reason I was thinking a shotgun was because it would be out of sight and it would catch you unawares. But in actual fact, it's in sight there. However, now it's a machine gun, not a shotgun turret. So that kind of works, actually. It will be shooting you and the railings as you get to here all the way. And if you make it this far, that one will start shooting at you. And, of course, there's 2 guard posts there. I feel a bit better. I'm going to leave the vault door open for now. That's weird, isn't it? I should close the door. I actually realised that I can actually move the machine gun turret more central, so that it A, has a better view outside the door, and B, it's central. There are people who know exactly what I'm talking about. There are people actually going, oh, thank God he moved that. That was annoying me. As soon as there's no chance of it clipping, there are other people going, nobody cares. Trust me, there are people who care. I care. Okay, right. So, I think I'm going to close the door. I know I just said I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to. I want to know how the settlers are getting in. If we don't have a man manning the door... We should have. in my opinion, we should be able to assign someone to this and it counts as a security post. Like these. So that he stands there and when people come, new settlers, he opens the door. How cool would that be though? You know when you get a new settler? If they actually arrived at the door and you heard sirens like this and the guy opens it and you all hear the sirens and you can go and meet the newcomer. That would be kind of cool. Anyway, little distracted, was checking out the lights. Yes, I was. So, these were the... That really is very bright, isn't it? I might not need quite so bright light. I don't think I need as many lights in here if I use these tweaks. That's the thing, isn't it? And I think I will, because I like the fact that the light is more even instead of in these little pools of light. That still seems a bit like a pool of light. I mean, depending on what you're going for, it could be very atmospheric, but at the same time, it also looks dark and dingy, and I think getting a place looking well lit is not really that hard. Anyway, okay, I'm going to try some other tweaks. This is a slightly different tweak, and honestly, it looks very similar. To be honest, I'm not instantly seeing... Oh, maybe a bit brighter, or is that just my eyes adjusting? No, I don't think it's brighter. The normal lights are still... So, the lights that are not standard for the vault, I've not touched yet. I've not tweaked those yet. I may do that. That is brighter, isn't it? Is that brighter? That does look even brighter. It really makes the atrium look dark, doesn't it? Look at that. Look at that. That is a well-lit room. I do need some lights in here. Although, is it softer but brighter? Am I just really imagining things now? I'm probably just imagining things. There's still a dark spot. Oh, because these are not standard vault lights. That... Whoa. The toilet light's definitely better, I think. I'd need to check with my other tweak, actually. I'd need to check with my other tweak, but... yeah, this is giving off a greater amount of light for sure.
Who do you think would win in a fight? A lumberjack with tentacle arms, or a shark riding a unicycle?
Depends. What color's the unicycle?
I love this place. I really do love this vault. Yeah, this is the first tweak I tried. The light seems to make it almost halfway across this window. I may check that against the other one. You can definitely see a difference in those lights. There's a massive difference in those lights, actually. I think that's going to seal the deal on that. The other setting was one they tried in a simulated vault. Yes, indeed. Simusun. And right now, I'm feeling like that is the one to go. This is lit all by itself, which is nice. Some of the corridors get lit by themselves as well, I've noticed. Although I still think they do need some further lighting. We can test that out. However, yeah... Yeah, the Simusun setting seems to get a little further out there. It seems to be softer. I think it's a little softer. The thing for me is these lights are a lot better. So I think that's what we're going with. I think that is what we're going with. Definitely better in the toilets. Maybe they're even a bit glaring, but then it's a toilet. I mean, you know, we don't want people feeling... kind of, you know, well, we want them relaxed. We just don't want them thinking, I'm going to stay here all day. We've only got 2 toilets at the moment. You know, Get your business done and get out of there. Thank you very much. Once we've got private toilets, you can spend the entire day. You know what? Let's move along. Conversation-wise, I do think I should apply some tweaks to the other lights because they are... Those feel brighter now. Are those brighter? They're not vault lights. That's not a vault light, is it? Pretty sure that's not a vault light. That is a wall light. Okay. Let's tweak those and see how it looks. This room... Oh no, this is using the fluorescent lights anyway. I may change those fluorescent lights. I'm not... I mean, they look good. Well, they would if they were placed correctly. They're not easy to place. Believe it or not. Not easy to place. You see, they move. And they flick. And they actually embed themselves inside the ceiling. I think I'm probably going to be killing those off and replacing them with something else. I actually think the ones I used in the security office are... I don't know, they're kind of cool. You have to imagine that they've been moulded into the ceiling itself. I mean, it's not placed well, this one. I don't think... It's okay, but I think it needs to be... like, just a little better. You have to sort of imagine it's been moulded into the roof. It's actually it was part of the original construction. But then they actually look quite good, I think. So I may use those. However, right, let's tweak the normal lights and see if we can get them to match the Vault issue ones. That is much better. That is how lights should look in a room. That's the Vault light. This is the normal light. There's still darkness in the corner the further you get away from the light. Obviously, it's slightly dark there. But the room itself is now pretty well lit. Maybe a bit too bright at the center. I almost wish I could soften it. We need a dimmer. We need a dimmer switch. But this is how lights work. Unless you've got a bare bulb, and even then, a bare bulb generally gives off a lot more light than I'm seeing around here. You know, but especially when you've got a, I don't know what you call them, they're not really lamp shades, a diffuser, something that sends the light out in random directions. I think I'm going to leave those lights up. They're actually subway lights, but I think they really work in here. I may change those. In fact, I almost certainly will change those, mostly because of the way they look. Overseers off. Okay, that's a massive improvement. Yes, it is. I mean, I'm going to use different lights, to be honest. Probably those. I think those look pretty cool in here. That type of thing. But those two lights are now giving off enough light that you could function. Which is... well, that's the whole point, isn't it? So... I was actually finding the light almost distracting. Right, there you go. I've got the tweaks set. I wonder what this room looks like. Now, look at that. No dark corner, which really there should not be a dark corner. This room I've pretty much lit beyond all reason, if you think about it. This, I mean, this is how you want it lit if you're going to have your hair cut here, because you need light in all directions. And you've got it here. So this is a very clean room. I don't think I put any lights in my clinic. It probably is going to look really dark in comparison. Well, not really dark, but it does make a difference, doesn't it? Where's this getting its light from? Out here. The vault seems to have its own kind of light. An ambience, so to speak, that varies place to place. Okay, anyway, right, so that's the next step, I think. I know they are all complaining about food, they all want their food, but I really do want to get the lighting sorted out in... See, now I've said that, now I feel guilty about not making the food. I feel really guilty. I have changed my mind. I have changed my mind about the Hydroponics Bay. I'm going to have the Hydroponics Bay through there. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the support right now, actually. I'm going to have an entrance out here and place the hydroponics in probably clinic-like buildings. We're going to have a nice, because it's a nice wide open space. I did want to keep this for some other purpose, or potentially some other purpose at a later date. Although what that purpose would be, I have no idea. However, I still have at least 2 floors worth I can build above. So I can still make a number of things, although I was thinking of having it as Atrium. But I don't think so. I think the Atrium is... I've used it enough in the actual Atrium and in engineering. We've got this great hall here. If we have hydroponics here, I'll have a corridor going around it. Hydroponics here, and then perhaps build something above it. If I change my mind one day and decide to build something here, there's nothing to stop me from just picking hydroponics up or dismantling it and taking it over there. The thing is I sort of feel that this now is kind of far away. We've got our science room up here, and our chief science officer is going to be there. I mean, I've got a science room and science officer's room. I've even got a storeroom just for stuff. But this feels like it's getting really, really far away, and this is something that people are going to need to get to, isn't it? Hydroponics. Whereas if I leave this for engineering, so I can have all sorts of different contraptions and engineering projects here and here, when I finish it, I do need to finish this. If I make a large room here, I've got all my engineering projects. Let's close the door. And then, of course, we run up here to get to the water treatment plant, which is through there. We've essentially got a kind of maintenance wing over here. This is where all the engineering and the maintenance and the sort of thing where the average vault dweller is not going to come down here. You'll have the proper maintenance crews only coming down here, which I think is probably how I want this. So I'll put some doors here. The rest of the vault dwellers and any visitors will stay in this area, and hydroponics does go through a security checkpoint, so that's pretty much all I really need. However, honestly, right now I think I should put that cap back, because I'm going to lose settlers, mind you. Yeah, I'll put it back, because knowing my luck, some of them will get lost. But I'm going to fix the lights now. Okay, so 2's probably enough, although they're not actually evenly spread. That one's... yeah. The thing is, this one's not lighting up. It's for some reason refusing to light up, and I don't know why. Okay, and placing it a teeny bit. Okay, right, so that's going 1.5 there. That's probably enough. That just the 2 of them. It's giving off light. It's not got a lit bulb, which is really annoying. But I do think they work. I think they work for this kind of room. Do I want a 3rd? I don't need it. But do I want this to be a very, very well lit room? Possibly. I just don't know how well lit. Okay, come here, come here. Right, come on. Well, let's just place it first, just to get an idea of. It definitely makes it more even, doesn't it? Right, let's try and get it. We have to try and get it so that it's central. They're a little picky. They'll you find a spot that's just center, and then you got to tweak it like that. See, it works, right? The light levels in there are now. That's perfect. You've got clear light the entire room. I just don't know why the bulbs aren't working. That's really annoying. And that's probably going to... Oh, this is now off. But this is probably because I moved...
Stay sharp. The Overseer's watching us.
You're imagining things.
I'm really paying you almost no attention whatsoever. Are you in my room? Get out of my room! I'm only watching you because you're bringing attention to yourself and invading my room. Don't do that. Yeah, power conduits. I seem to need more of these than I was hoping, but for this one to work, for example. Right, where can I put the... Can I put these in here? No, I can't actually place them in here, which is... They're a little on the visible side.
Is it true what they're saying?
It's a radius, so it will work
No,
there,
of
but
course it isn't
then...
true.
In actual fact,
Really?
if anything,
You
I
better
want
be
these
here.
things hidden in these corridors, I guess. Just... They stick out and look a bit spiky. Right, okay, so I've got my security room lit up. That's how I want the security room lit up. I'm just not happy with the bulbs. Maybe there's a fix for that. Maybe there is.
I don't want to do my own.
Yay, fixed it. I fixed it by closing my eyes and wishing very hard for the universe to reset. And it did. And we have lights. Okay, that's a very even kind of light. I like the way the light looks on the roof. We're happy. We have one room done. I think I'm probably going to assign the same kind of lights in my... Actually, you know what? Before I do anything, let's change this room. That lamp is not really the right thing, but these could be... Okay, don't get it wrong. I mean, if I placed it sort of there and... Oh, wrong. Let's... What other lights would work in here? Rather than having lights hang directly over my head, if I do something... I mean, that is really well lit, isn't it? There's maybe too well lit? Can we have too well lit? I mean, if I did... Instead of that, if I did something like there and there and... Oh, gosh. There and there, and then killed off this. Actually, is that more even? I don't know. I'm just other option, of course, is the wide ones. They probably give off more light, do you think? Store light, wall light, yes, store the wall light. Don't store the wrong piece. Yeah, that. Okay, no, they look more like this should, you know, in the shops, in the barber's shop, but these look better placed, better, I don't know. They look less obtrusive. What other lights do we have, though? Candelabra? I don't think so. Open flames in a vault? Not the best idea. I mean, I could have lamps. No. I could use... That just looks too functional. And again, these, they don't really attach to the roofs very well. I'm not in love with them. Honestly, little disappointed with the lights that Vault-Tec felt we should have. I almost prefer those fluorescent. Ceiling fan. I can't fit a ceiling fan here. It's a shame. Oh, it's not going to fit though, is it? It's not actually going to look like it. Does it give off light as well? Is that? Huh? Should it be right over the... Do I want it blowing at the back of my neck? That's probably not a good idea. If you're going to have it blowing anyway, it'll be on the face. But you see what I'm saying? There's kind of like an invisible ceiling that everything attaches to. And I don't like that at all. Which is a shame, because that would be very cool. Yes, it would. So, those lamps, what else do we have? I don't think so. Right, you know what? I think these lights are the best middle ground to give off good amounts of light. I feel like this is a dark spot. Am I getting too picky now? Probably getting too picky. You could almost argue a dark spot there would make it better when observing, because then you would be slightly in the shade. But I don't know. My God, that looks bright there, doesn't it? It looks bright because it's the comparison between the security office and everywhere else. Okay. So it's either, I think for me, it's either side lights or these, I guess, are still off to the side, but front and back. I think front and back actually spreads a more even light around the office. The thing is with even light, you shouldn't underestimate how important that is for your eyes. The reason I'm not that keen on this, though, is because normally you'd be sat here typing and you've got these lights kind of glaring at you a little in the face. But I actually think the placement works better. It sends light around the room in a far more even manner. And I like that, as I said. But if I'm going to be sat at my computer geeking out, this is less light in my eyes. When I'm sat here, the light's off to the side, but then it makes the back of the room light and the front of the room dark. You can see the clear difference, though, can't you? If you have side lights, look at the front. This is how dark it is. Honestly, I think we're going to go for even light for now. You know, the thing is, I can always change my mind, can't I? Yes, I can. But this, it'll probably look a little less harsh once I get some furniture in there. What the place really needs, once we've got the lights up, is some pictures and some bookcases and plants and stuff, right? I mean, that's what we need. For now, what I should do is just run around and get the basic lighting sorted. I can always tweak it and get more advanced later on. Let's just make sure every single room has lighting and that the lighting doesn't look like it's defying the laws of physics.
Oh, and I'm the type of guy who will never settle down where pretty girls are.